Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chapter 10, Angles in a Circle, Parts of a Circle. This is our main topic now for exercise 10d. So what are our main objectives? To understand the basic facts and definitions of different parts of a circle, like what is major arc, minor arc, all the definitions we will try to discuss all of them. So first of all, what is a circle? A circle is a flat two-dimensional shape. It is round, and each point on the circle, its distance is equidistant from the center of the circle. So this point is called the center of the circle, and usually when we want to name a circle, we say circle having center at O, and at the distance between the center of the circle and the boundary of the circle, this line segment or the length of this circle, it is called the radius. Now, what is a diameter? A diameter is a line segment that connects, you can say, from one part of the boundary, and it passes through the center of the circle and reaches on the other side of the boundary. So a straight line that connects one point on the boundary to the other point on the boundary passing through the center, this is called the diameter. Then we have chord. What is chord? A chord is any line segment that connects two points on the boundary, but it is not necessary for it that it will pass through the center of the circle. So you can see that this is also the chord, but this is the chord that is also called diameter. Okay, what is a semicircle? A semicircle is a half circle. What is a quadrant? A quadrant is a quarter of a circle. Usually it has two radii with it and a quarter part of the boundary. What is a sector? A sector is like a slice of a cake when you have two radii of the circle and a small part of the boundary. Then this is called a sector. So if you have a smaller sector, means it's less than half circle, it is called, you can say, minor sector, and when you have more than half circle, it is called the major sector. So let's quickly review some more definitions. If you have a small part of the circle, like if you take a small part of the boundary line less than the half circle, it is called a minor arc. And if you have taken a boundary line of the circle that is more than the half circle, it is called the major arc, right? Here then we have, if we draw, let's say, a chord over here, this chord divides a circle into two parts. The blue one, because it's more, it's called the major segment, and this white one, it's called the minor segment. And similarly, the major and the minor sector already I explained you, right? Now here in this picture, clearly you can see all the definitions are here. If you look at this green part of the circle, this is called the major arc. If you look at this red part of the circle, it is called the minor arc. This red line is showing the radius, and this purple line is showing the diameter. This point is the center. This yellow part is showing the minor segment, and this whole pink part is showing the major segment, and this blue line, it is called the chord, right? So you have to understand all these definitions before we start the rules and different rules and theorems of the circle. So here is a question from the exercise. It says, name 6 chords in this diagram. Is any of the chords a diameter? If so, name it. So better pause the video here, because already I explained you what is a chord, what is a diameter. So just you have to name the chords here. For example, let's say chord AB. So you will say the first chord is AB. So like this, you have to name 6 chords. Better pause the video here, name all of them, and try to answer the question. So here is the answer for this question. Okay, I will show you with different colors. For example, here, this one, this is AB. Then we have, this is like chord number 1. Then we have this one, second one. This is the third one. This is the fourth one, and we have then D to B, fifth one, and then A to C, the sixth one. Now this sixth one, A to C, it passes through the center of the circle. It is a chord, because what is the definition of the chord? A chord is a line segment that connects one point of the boundary to another point of a boundary, right? It's a straight line that connects 2 points on the boundary. So this is a special chord. Why it is a special chord? Because it passes through the center of the circle, and its name is also diameter. Okay, so we have some more questions here. Now DC divides the circle into two segments. Shade the minor segment. So you know that whenever we draw a chord in a circle, the circle is divided into two parts, two segments you can say, or two parts. If it is not in the center of the circle, then one of the part will be smaller, the other one will be larger. They want us to shade the minor sector. So minor means smaller, so they want us to shade the smaller sector, so this one will be shaded. Now number 3, it says BC divides the circle into two segments. Shade the major segment. Again, now we have to shade the major segment, so better pause the video here, shade it on your own. So this is how it will be shaded, right? Let's solve some more questions from the exercise. Better pause the video here, because only you have to decide where is the major and the minor segment and do it on your own. So here is the answer for question number 4. The major segment has been shaded, and here the minor sector has been shaded. That's all for this exercise. It was very easy exercise. Actually, you have to understand what is the major segment, what is the minor segment, and then also what is the diameter, what is chord, what does it do, and when you draw a chord, it divides the circle into major and the minor segments. What is the minor arc and what is the major arc? All these definitions, like the main idea for this lesson was to understand these definitions, because you have to use these in the next exercises. That's all. Hope you understand it.